Hello, this is Johnny. I just bought this one today. Just got this today from eBay, and the boxes doesn't look like it's in a very good shape. But this is the back of it. You're supposed to put a switch, Nintendo Switch on it, and you're able to control it. So I want to test it to make sure it works first, and then I want to see if it works with other device. Like that one I modified to Raspberry Pi. It used to be a RS07, and I changed it to a Raspberry Pi. So we're gonna test it, see if it make sure everything's working. And I also bought some adapter to convert it to a USB, from a C to a USB. And I want to see if it works with different device other than Switch. So if it's good, then I would recommend it. That you could kind of look pretty cool. It looks almost like this one, but a lot smaller. It does have 6 buttons, and this one also have 6 buttons. So it looked like it's a little bit bigger than this one. But I like the idea that they are making it more look like Neo Geo Mini, because the Neo Geo is the one who came up with they call it a rocket joystick. The joystick feel pretty good. They have the spring on it on the side. They have the spring on it. Well, this one, it's about the same. Now this one is more wobble. This one's more wobble. Excuse me. Okay. And I don't think you need any power. I think you get the power from the system. Okay, I already charged this already. So this is supposed to be a C connection. And it looks pretty cool. You got X, Y. It looks just like well, it's a little bit different than this one, because the X is over here in the middle and Y is over here. And the L is the same place. A, B is same place, and R is in the right place. So this two got swapped based on and it have voice control, turbo, ZL and ZR. So it have 2 extra buttons, which is kind of cool. So I don't know if this will work on this machine, because right now the bad thing about this machine is that it doesn't have a controller. If you buy one doesn't have a controller, you're gonna have hard time finding the controller that work with this. The only controller that will work with this is the RetroArcade RS07. It's those 6 button controller that came with the RetroArcade R7. And this one, what I did is I modified it to Raspberry Pi. And I want to know if it works with Raspberry Pi by putting this adapter converted to USB A instead of USB C. So right now this is C, and let's see, make sure everything works first. See how this go. Okay, so it snuggle into it. I guess the screensaver doesn't affect it, so that's good. And it does come with one of the instruction. Okay, so you have the instruction. It doesn't really tell me anything. So all right. Sorry for my sinus. I just got a wasp, like a bee wasp, hit my forehead, and now my whole face is sore up, and my eyes and my sinus is hurting me right now. So, oh crap! I went to sleep already. How do I get this thing working? setting. So the instruction is not very straightforward. It just say, before using the product, please confirm the Pro Controller wired communication is on in the Nintendo Switch system setting. System setting. Control, okay, Pro Controller wire communication is on. Okay, it's on. Okay, it's on the system. This product is operates friendly. Connect it with the N switch controller. Okay, on when you can control the player, the game in the N switch console. The roll button is plus minus home. Correspond to the N switch Pro joystick. Okay, let me plug it back in again. Okay, seem to be working, I guess. Okay, want to know where's my L and my R. Well, I guess it recognizes this one. I didn't want to change the grip. Okay, this one don't have the button and the side button, so I guess I use the calibrate the control stick, calibrate the motion, test the device. I don't want to do any of those, so go back. Alright, let's play some game. I guess Super Mario Brother. Let's see. Let's play my Neo Geo since I purchased this, but I haven't used it. Ah man, the B stain. I call it B because I can't pronounce the waltz. Waltz is the black. It's not like a B where the stain doesn't come off. But when they stain you, they have poison in their stain, and they could keep on staining you. They won't die, and it's called waltz. It's kind of dark brown, black, and oh man, it stained me on my forehead, and now it's making my eyes all sore on my forehead. My sinus is acting real bad. Oh, I got the English mode. Plus and minus. Why? I wonder we could insert a coin. We're gonna create game interruption. No. So this two button plus and minus is doing something different. It's not the same as the volume control. Alright, let's start the game. Insert a coin. Oh no. There's no insert coin. Okay, turbo. Where's the insert? I guess R is the insert coin, yes. Okay, the L is insert coin. R no idea what R is, press start. I guess Y is the start button. The button is kind of weird, strange. I'm not. That's why somebody was in the YouTube was complaining that they can't figure out what is what. So Y is the select button, huh? Kind of all messed up, awkward. The LR doesn't do nothing. Okay, so the L and R is up here on the top. So the power punch and the power things on the top. So yeah, the L and R button is on the top. So how do you get out of the game? Home? I'm not used to that. Home is getting out of the game. Okay. Alright. So let me unplug this and see if I could play this with something else. Let me put all this back. So it does work, but it's just the key button function is not the same. Like I'm used to using the L and R. If you can see, I'm used to using the L and R for the stronger punch and kick, and this L and R is a select and stop. So you use the one on top, and it's supposed to be self-configure, plug and play, but apparently it's not. I put this on top. So yeah, the key is, I mean, its Q is light, and the joystick feel good. The button it felt good. It felt good. You know, it's not that high. It looked more like a Neo Geo type of button, where this one is more of a more higher, and it's more, you know. But let's see what happened. Let's convert this to regular USB and see if we could use it on the other system other than switches. Because right now it looks like it is only working on switch. So I'm changing the C to a USB, and I got a cable to convert USB female, I guess, female to male, 9 feet, female to male. It's from Amazon Basic. Wow, cable is pretty thick and long. So it's by Amazon Basic, and let's see how this go. Let's see if Raspberry Pi will work, because I was thinking if it worked with Raspberry Pi, I might just take this apart and put the screen on it and put Raspberry Pi in it, and then make this a portable like that one, Raspberry Pi, because I already have the screen already. Instead of converting this to Raspberry Pi, because this is a pretty good system. It run play Neo Geo, Capcom, and PlayStation 1, and also arcade game very well. Most of the arcade on the 2000 version it work. But so let's see if we could convert this. Okay, I think that's plugged all the way in. Let's try on this one first. I'm curious, because this one I can't find no controller to work with this system. So I'm curious if it work on this system. Now we was able to come up with a hack on this machine, and not hack, but to able to back up the operating system and then restore it back. And they're still working on the hack. Okay, so this controller will not work on this system. Right now, this thing is so limited to a controller. So if you buy one, don't have a controller, send it back, because if you want to play more than 2 player, you need the RetroArcade controller, and nobody's selling it. They don't sell it separate, they sell it with the console. So if you have a console that doesn't have it, then you're in top shape, top luck. I want to set up a controller, so I'll go to configure input, press A. Do you want to configure input? Yes. So here I'm gonna hold a button. Yeah, so no good. Okay, so it do not work. Alright, so let me turn off this. It does not work with Raspberry Pi 3 Plus. It do not work on this system either. Alright, let's see if it works on Neo Geo and the regular RS7. So it doesn't work with that one, so no one off. Okay, so this is normal C. So we're gonna plug it to the C. No, this doesn't need C. This one just plug directly in. I don't know if it's because this cable is. Now for the for Neo Geo Mini, you have to have a special adapter, otherwise this thing will not work. It doesn't matter if it's hack or not hack, you have to have this converter, otherwise the controller will not work with a different controller. So it does not. Ooh, what happened? Oh, I went to sleep mode. So it doesn't work. Okay. So it doesn't work with RetroArcade. Let's see if it works with Neo Geo Mini. And it's supposed to light up as yellow because using the Neo Geo switch. So this have a color coded, and it have to be on the yellow. And so when you turn this on, it have to be yellow in order for the joystick to work. Yeah, there's yellow, and there's the light. So this system is useless. It only works with switch unless you open this up and recable it to make it work. But right now it does not work with anything other than switch. It does not work for me at all. So it doesn't work with the small device. So no luck. Let me change the cable. I don't think I have a. Let me see if I can change it. Yeah, that cable is 9 feet. This one is shorter. Let's see if a shorter cable would make any difference. So it doesn't work. So Switch have its own special Switch controller, so you can use it with other system. And so this is made for Switch, so it doesn't work with any other system. So yep. So get that, and let's try again with this one again, with the blue cable instead. This one have to use a RetroArcade. They all have a special unique controller, which is crazy. They're not compatible with. Even though it look almost the same, but it doesn't work. That is so sad. Okay, so that's my conclusion of this joystick. If you're gonna buy it for Switch only, then this will work, but the mapping is so messed up that your L and R is up here and your select and star is right there. There's no star button. Your minus and plus is doing something else, so it's not really doing it's not doing the voice control. And the home button does work, it go back to home. So if you could put up with this different type of mapping, you could handle that, then it's doable. But if you cannot, then I don't recommend it, because the mapping is very hard to try to remember what is what. But once you start the game, you realize what is what, then it's okay. But in the beginning, it's kind of hassle, kind of crazy. You cannot figure out what is what. So maybe I will open this up and see if I could do something to it and make it work with a different kind of, maybe to Raspberry Pi or to some different kind of system. Because the way this is configured, I don't think it work with anything else. So yeah, but it's pretty good price, 16 something, free shipping, 16 maybe 16.96, eBay, and I got it in like less than a month. So, and it's cute, it's neat. The size wise is bigger than as you can see, it's bigger than Neo Geo, because it's a 6 button. If you compare it side by side, it's higher than I'm sorry, you can't even see this. Based on the thickness, is higher than Neo Geo Mini, but the width is a little bit longer. A little bit longer than Neo Geo Mini. But if you compare it with this one, it's shorter than RetroArcade RS7. It's shorter, and if you base on it, it's about, the thickness is almost the same. But see, as you can see, the RetroArcade is longer than this joystick. The thickness, the height is the same. So it's the same thing. But this button is bigger than this one, so it's more nicer, and the control stick is smaller, and it's almost the same size. I think it is the same size as this one. but the button is bigger and it's more rounded toward the bottom, you know, round and down instead of straight like this one is. And this one, this button is bigger than this one. This is smaller, so I think this button is more, I like this button better than this button. And the joystick is big, you know, they could use the smaller one. You could swap this one with this one because this one, it feels not bad, it's pretty nice. And this one is kind of big, you know, but since the screen is big, it's okay, you know, because the button is big too. And yeah, I like the way they designed this. It's pretty nice. It's just that it's sad that it only works with Switch. I wish it would work for something else, you know, like a regular controller that work with any Android or anything that require wire, you know, for retro gameplay. If they can make this work with any gameplay, like retro gameplay with the wire, that would be pretty awesome. Then you could play with Android, you could play with the Raspberry Pi, you know, that would be cool, you know, because right now there's no joystick that work for this machine or this machine, the RetroArcade RS7. I create the artwork. You could download it from my site. It's free. Just download and cut it and paste it on it. So it's pretty cool. I make one for each one. Like this one is a Street Fighter, so it looked like a Street Fighter game, and have that mark Street Fighter. But this one I made it for Raspberry Pi, so you could just print it and then just tape it and cut it. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And so this one I make it to look like Neo Geo, because so it have Neo Geo look to it. Okay, so that's my review for this one, this model. I'll give you the link where I got it. And but like I say, it's not made for anything other than Nintendo Switch. So if you buy for Nintendo Switch, be aware that the button mapping is not the same. So, and I forgot what this model is called. I think it's PG 9136, the model. So that's the model of it. And it only works with Switch. Okay? Alright, thank you for watching. Talk to you later.